guitar. Give me a bomb, a Molotov. It's a coup d'etat! Generalissimos, that's the chop. Step on a line, next on a block. Armies marching through the streets. Trust no shot, trust will meet. Coup d'etat! Coup d'etat! Push from the left and shove from the right. Let's all blend out, we'll do it tonight. Push the president in his wife. We're hoping for a ransom or take their lives. Attack their embassy. They are our enemies. The president is smokes cigars. Anyone he does not like, he shoots or puts behind bars. Good day, Good day, Hey, go!
Frosty mug to get some nice head. Music from the movie Limon. One of the greatest movies ever made. EM 70211 is here. Kevin Hawthorne is here. Grimstar is here. Neil is here. Okay. We got topics already. Wow. We got calls coming in already. Let's see. Let's take some calls. 914, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey.
Yo, what's up? Who dis?
Andrew.
What's going on?
Cohen, Jake.
Jake?
Andrew. Andrew, yeah.
You go by Jake and Andrew?
No, I'm just Andrew. I went by Jake when I was having the Manic episode a few years ago.
Yeah, when I met you, you were Jake.
Yeah, that was some bipolar craziness.
You were Jake, and you were like a sort of like a schlubby Jewish guy, maybe sort of like a Jonah Hill type.
Yeah.
And then,
someone told me I look like Seth Rogen recently.
Yeah, like a Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill type, and then you became a transsexual. Is that right?
No, I'm not trans.
Oh, okay.
I'm queer. I like any pronouns.
Okay.
Like I feel comfortable in my own body.
Right.
Like I don't like, for me my body matches my gender.
Yeah.
And for a trans person they don't. Yeah. But that was like not accepting that about myself. That was like the origin of like craziness that manifested in the Jake persona.
The Jake character.
Because I had this other identity that I was like repressing. And
okay.
It made me crazy. Yeah.
Now, which of these identities was the one that Grimstar knew? Because Grimstar knows you too, correct?
Oh, and yeah. I was like super heterosexual until a year ago.
Oh, so you were
Grimstar's boy is me, by the way.
Who else is on the phone there? 518. You're Grimstar's friend?
Yeah, I'm the hairstylist.
So Grimstar hangs out the hair. Now, Jake, or you want to go Andrew, Jake? Which one do you want to do?
Or whatever. Yeah. Andrew. Most people call me Andrew.
So, Andrew, did you ever have any
No, No. So like, the reason I didn't realize I was queer till very late in life because at the poker room all the guys are gross.
Okay. Even
Grimstar is not. Yeah, Grimstar is not attractive at all. I'm sorry.
Now, Grimstar's hairstylist. Do you find Grimstar attractive?
Not really, but I also am not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just putting it out there.
So you're the world's only straight hairstylist. That's it. That's good. We found one.
Dude, I smoked Grimstar. His name is James, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we played some epic sessions at Heads Up 510 at Borgata.
So you crushed Grimstar, Andrew, and you also crushed Grimstar's hairstylist?
I do okay.
So it's pretty much like common knowledge that Grimstar is a fish. Is that what I'm hearing here?
No, I think Grimstar is actually good in full ring
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, he is.
Everybody hates him.
I think I ran good, too. I'm sure I ran good.
And
Yeah.
And Grimstar's hairstylist, you also know Noodles?
Yeah, Noodles has been to my house a couple of times, and I feel defamed, I must say. I have heard some clips from your show from Grimstar and Noodles talking all this shit about my house.
Yeah.
And for the record, Grimaldi is banned. He has served one game of his ban so far this past Friday.
Well, Noodles...
He's like, you never have a list, but here we are with a list, and he was banned.
Noodles came on this show and he said that you were cheating him and that he asked for a new deck and you wouldn't give him a new deck.
Well, he's not going to get a new deck. I mean, the guy's coming in for a $100 buy and he wants me to break out a brand new deck.
What kind of home game is this?
You know? Like, what are we doing here? Like, no offense. I'm not going to waste my money on $100. And he's like, where's the pizza? You know, like, it wasn't just this deck that he was looking for. He was hoping for free food and all this stuff. And
Does he want, like, comps?
This was a no-rake game, so...
So Noodles, like Andrew said, Noodles comes in looking for comps.
Uh-huh.
And Noodles said that you and Grimstar get together beforehand and come up with signals to chop him up.
What do it's like, that's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. It's not for any money. Why would I risk my livelihood for $100?
That's what I try to tell him. I tell him every time that he's completely fucking insane, but he won't listen to me.
Yeah, I have an interesting relationship with Noodles.
Now, have you been there when Noodles has gone crazy and attacked Grimstar?
Yeah, I heard this story. There's 3 sides to every story, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see what the tape shows, if you know what I mean.
Andrew, what do you remember about Grimstar from back in the day?
He drove a really old car.
He what?
He drove a pretty old car.
Yeah. Was he?
He battles, man. He's a battle. I respect him because we played like 3-handed with like the main pro at Borgata.
Wow.
Nick the Brick.
Hey, Grimstar's on the phone. Grimstar, you there?
Nick the Brick. Yo, what up?
You're on with.
Yeah, I was just saying.
You're on with Jake/Andrew and your hairdresser.
Jake? You changed your name to Jake?
No, that was I did that temporarily, but I'm still Andrew.
Okay.
And he said he does not
Never
find you.
your boat.
Jake and Andrew and your hairstylist, your ostensibly straight hairstylist, both said that you are not attractive. They would not go gay for you at all.
It's all good. I'm not here to pull Andrew, Jake, or the hairstylist.
Who are you here to pull?
Asian, Chinese ladies, blonde ladies.
I think you're gonna have a better chance with Andrew.
I don't know. There's a few at Commerce. They're all a lot older.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Andrew, do you remember an epic hand that you played with Grimstar ever, like a hand history?
I know.
Yeah, I don't. My memory's not so great for that kind of thing. But
Grim, you
yeah, there were some pretty epic ones. Yeah. There was like you were 2K deep
I'll give you
at
one.
510. Yeah.
Grim remembers
Mine?
one. Okay, Grim, give us a hand history with Andrew from back in the
It's
day.
full ring. My best game. We're playing full ring this time, actually. Jake, aka Andrew's middle position. I'm still on tilt to this day about this.
Okay.
So someone opens under the gun for like $35. It's 5-10 game. We each got 2K. Everybody, their mother, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, and father calls. Andrew being one of them in the middle. I look down at Pocket Rockets on the button, and I go $1.85, and everyone pussy-ass bitch folds except for Andrew decides to see the flop with me.
Okay.
He cold calls the 30 bet. We go heads up. It comes out, if I recall correctly.
Wait, Grimstar, was Andrew the original Razor?
No, I don't
No,
think
he was
so.
a cold calling ass fish.
It was a
He was
fish.
No, I probably did I have like pocket sevens. Maybe that makes sense.
No, not pocket sevens.
So you're
Oh,
telling
I was gambling.
you're telling me that
He was gambling.
you're
Oh, he
telling
was
me that,
gambling.
that,
I
that
don't know.
you're telling me that Andrew just flat fucking called a $185 raise in a 5-10 game after limping?
No, I didn't. No, there's no way I limped. I think I called him.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
You guys aren't listening. Do I have to go from the beginning? Someone raised under the gun, some old nitty dude.
He flatted
Everybody called.
Okay, and then you 3-bet. Everybody folded
And
with
I
Andrew.
squeezed the button. I squeezed everybody on the button, 185, and everybody but Andrew folds.
Okay.
We go heads up to a 2, 3, 5 flop.
Okay.
He checks to me. I see bet like decent size.
Right.
250.
Okay.
He snap raises to $1,000 chip.
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck, did this guy flop a set? Like, what? Fuck it. You know what I mean? I was tilted. I call him.
Okay.
Turn brings fucking. I turn a really good hand. The board reads out on the turn. It was ace 2-5 on the flop. Turn brings a 4, and he just jams it on my face. And I say, whatever, fuck it. I'll call for the chop at the low end of the wheel. And we go, how many times do you want to run it? And he goes, 6, 7. You're dead.
What?
And I'm like, fuck.
What was
And
the
they
fault?
told me it was the reverse rounders. It was something about like in rounders, aces is the big winner, and like I don't know, something about like he drops out of fucking law school to play poker, but instead he played poker to get into law school. It was some reverse rounder shit.
Yeah. That's separate from the hands.
Well, it's part of the needle.
So the board was 2, 3, 4, 5, and Andrew had 6, 7,
He did.
and so you're just dead.
And I was just dead as dark.
Yeah, but there's nothing you could do about that. I mean, Andrew raised you with an open ender on the flop, or a gutter.
Gutter, but he had a flush draw with the gutter.
Gutter and flush draw. Okay.
I remember this hand. I remember this hand now. Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, why'd you call a giant raise from an Uber knit with fucking 6, 7 with only 2K?
I mean, that's I would always call there. There's all the dead money too from the raise and the calls, and we're $2,000 deep. In GTO, like, which I didn't know about a ton of the hand, like it's a call for sure.
Yeah, but you're out of position. You're out of position versus Grimmy.
No, yeah, but I'm just trying to play like a raw equity game. I'll see what I flop. I know his range is strong.
Right.
And plus he can maybe have ace king, and maybe dude. Oh, I know why I call it, because he's a fish, and yeah, and I'll call super wide. Just listen to the fucking hand history. There's a 4-liner. I could have 5-6 or something.
Yeah, but he has 2 aces on a 4-liner. I mean, you're probably most people aren't getting away there.
Yeah, I know that's true, but it's like
He has the
think
wheel.
about the rest of his range. Think about the rest of his range. Like he folds every other overpair. Like he has like jacks, tens, queens.
Right.
He's like probably gonna fold.
Well,
He's gonna put me on a set.
Well, he doesn't. I mean, on the flop, he has an overpair, and you have a gut shot.
And a flush draw.
And a flush
like,
draw.
given it,
Right.
how I played at the time, I'd always like always raise
How
it.
was outplayed?
You, I don't know what.
Like I'm never like truthfully though, like I would never jam the turn with the worst hand on the straight. So I think his call is fine, I guess.
He's sort of
It's
calling for.
like-
You're saying he's calling for a chop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has the wheel. He has the wheel as well, but he's blocking another wheel draw.
I'm getting like 3-1 too.
Right. So, but Grimstar, like when he makes it 1,000 on the flop, you're basically if you call his $1,000 check raise on the flop, you're basically never folding any turn, correct?
I don't know. Good question. Probably not.
So if you're not going to fold right there and you're never folding any turn, you're putting him on a hand that can't beat aces. So why not just ship on him there and make him fucking dribble the rest of his money in?
Maybe he was just like super late with just like fucking queen 6 or some bullshit, and you know he wouldn't put it in.
What? Queen? I never have queen 6 there. Like I never have some random bullshit.
Anything's possible.
No, not really. That's not true. I'm a professional poker player.
Oh,
Like
Allegedly.
no, actually, I played like 300,000 hands in the last year. I played like 180 hours like each of the last 2 months, 3 months.
But how much did you lose?
I won.
wait, hey, hairdresser, what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think of this hand? Does anything about this interest you?
I don't know. It's kind of anticlimactic, if you ask.
Right.
I kind of saw it coming.
It's a big pot. It's like a 4.5K pot. Yeah.
But I mean, the hairdresser's right. It's just sort of like a whatever thing because like Grimstar played it the best he could and you sucked out on him. What can you do? I mean,
Yeah. but think about my range. Like I'm never gonna jam a turn with like. I would never jam a turn with a set for one thing because he has a lot of ace-x in his range. So.
right.
But it's like it's turn bricks. It's an awful spot for him, and I think he might fold the turn.
No, but if you check raised him with a flush draw, the turn card's great for you
Yeah,
because now he's gonna fold kings and queens.
yeah, exactly.
So he has to put like a lot of your check raise bluff your check raise semi bluff range is all still right there when you ship into him on the turn. I mean, once he flats you on the flop and the flush doesn't come in on the turn, it's just a call for him right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, the hand happened, before solvers too. So I probably didn't play perfect. I probably didn't play that great, like from a theory perspective.
I mean, I think
It's still fun.
Unless you know that Grimstar's just always going to felt himself there, you played it poorly, and because you guys put in 200 and you don't even have 10. So you put in basically 200 and you guys got 9 more $200 bets left. It's just, you got 9 bets left. Number one, number two, if you think that he's going to like just stack off with everything there, then your check raise on the flop is not good. You basically
I don't think so. I think he folds a bunch of over pairs.
So I mean,
like for sure, we're quite deep, so it's pretty scary. Like if he has jacks there, I think he folds for sure.
Grim, you fold jacks on a deuce 3-5 flop to a check raise.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Flip a coin.
See, that's what I mean. That hand, it's not even.
Queens in that position.
Okay, you're right. You're right, hairdresser. And this is my question for Grim. What's the difference between jacks and aces there? There's no difference. None. Zero.
You can have like some wacky queens or kings.
No, he cannot have wacky kings or queens.
No.
Yeah, he would have raised.
Yes, he would have already gotten in his 3-bet or his back raise. Jacks are the same hand as aces, Grimstar. You fucking delinquent.
I've seen hairdresser do wacky shit with kings and queens before. It's possible.
Yeah, but we're not talking about hairdresser. We're talking about Jake/Andrew.
Same difference.
Same difference.
No, you get it's live poker. You can make reads and adjust to your opponent.
No,
he's like me. I'm wearing a hoodie and listening to music.
Hairdresser is 100% correct. Grim would absolutely fold jacks, not even recognizing the fact that jacks and aces are the same hand.
Yeah, I still don't recognize it. They're pretty different hands.
Jacks, aces, queens, kings, jacks. They're all the same fucking hand.
Got more outs versus the sets. You can think that.
Who's worried about it? If you're worried about outs, just fold. If you think that you're drawing now to like a fucking 6-outer, it's a clear fold.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to be deep with him.
Yeah.
Like this is like Grim, I gave action heads up.
If you're gonna call with aces and kings and queens, and jacks is the same hand in this situation. Jacks is the exact same hand. Because he's never getting to that flop with a bit overpair bigger than jacks. Ever. Okay, thank you.
Can I needle Grimaldi on a big hand that we had recently?
Yeah, give us another hand history, hairdresser. Me and Andrew will chime in.
Grimaldi and I have played for, I don't know, we've had 10 grand on the table in heads-up games, just randomly.
Okay.
We had one of our stupid signs from God games going.
I think you're overestimating that number. Maybe like 5 grand.
No way. Not even close. not even close. Back at Terrace, 100%.
No, like 5 grand.
All right. Well, somewhere between 5 and 10 grand.
Okay.
Say,
yeah, like
anyway.
$5,001.
All right. So, regardless, I buy in for like $500, and we're playing our Signs from God game, and it's like 2-5 or something.
Wait,
like
what's signs from what's a Signs from God game?
Oh.
Raise the blinds
I
if you
thought
want
you
to
knew
do
about
5.
these. So, like, if you have, like, ace deuce, ace 3, 2-5, 5-10, and you win with those hands, that's what the blinds are.
Okay.
So, that's the sign from God to switch the blinds, all right? So, if somebody won with 2-5, or we're playing 2-5, I'm in for 500. I'm down to, like, $40. And this is a huge needle because Grimaldi, I have kings. I go all in on the flop. We go one time. He flops quads.
Okay.
I flop kings over 10s or whatever it was. So he completely coolers me
right
in an all-in free hand for the smallest possible amount of money that he could have ever won against me. And I felt so good about it. I literally stood up and just barreled over laughing at him.
Yeah, because
you remember that, James?
No, I don't remember, but sounds a cool story. You should tell it again.
Wow.
He's hurt.
He does sound a little hurt. You know what? We got a very special guest on the phone right now. Noodles is on the phone. What's going on, Noodles?
Hey, what's up, boys?
So I've got the hairdresser and Grim here, who you have accused of trying to cheat you in the game, and they both say you're crazy. Is that what's going on here?
All right. Well, first of all, I know these guys were gay.
I'm good.
Call me crazy all you want. Fuck. and thanks for the.
They're not gay. Grimaldi is definitely not gay. He's definitely.
I appreciate it.
The jury's out on Grimaldi. I've never seen him with a woman.
I don't know what Grimaldi's
doing. But he didn't try to hook up with me. So.
All right. You know what? Noodles out here.
Wait, Noodles.
What's good?
What?
What's good?
Give me a hand.
This is too awkward for me.
Noodles, give me a hand history where they try to cheat you. I think I remember once they kept dealing you ace 3.
Okay, they had a bounty.
Yeah.
The entire game, just them that I had no idea about. So throwing each
We
other.
were betting side bet on the fucking. We had a number.
Yeah. Let him over talk me so I can't fucking say.
Let Noodles talk about how you guys are cheaters. Noodles, give us the rundown. They had a bounty on you.
That I had no idea about. And I just started throwing each other trip right there. I'm like,
what did you do? Drop your phone?
After that, I decided to eat all this pizza and some of
Noodles. Okay, so Noodles, they had a bounty on you, and because they had a bounty on you, you decided to eat all their pizza. Is this correct? Noodles, your phone is all fucked up. Noodles, we can't hear you, Noodles.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, so what is the bounty? How does
I
having?
said Grim.
Okay.
Wait. Grim ate all the pizza. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
Grim ate all the pizza. I had the calamari.
You had you ate calamari at a strange home game?
Yeah.
That's nasty. That's
Was
nasty.
it fresh?
It was good.
No, it was probably pig intestines. You just go to a random.
Nah.
There's no fucking way I'm eating calamari at a $100 buy-in home game.
Well, I knew where it was coming from. I literally worked at a pizza place when I was a kid as a delivery driver.
Oh, this place serves.
It's good calamari. It's like as good as it can get.
It's 100% pig intestine. I guarantee it.
Whatever, yeah. It's not Brooklyn style. It's Brooklyn style.
Brooklyn, you guys, you don't live in Brooklyn. You know nothing
I don't even know why I'm on the phone with these guys. Like I just heard Noodles' name. Noodles.
Okay, Noodles. If they had a bounty on you, how's that cheating?
Because why wasn't I in on it?
Because
you
can't be in on your own bounty.
This shit makes no sense. I don't even want to be on the phone with these guys, to be honest.
Really? They've treated you that badly?
Yeah.
So
Couldn't even bring out a fresh deck of cards.
Yeah. No.
I mean, enough is enough. Yeah, and these guys go onto the show and try to learn how to become professional gamblers. I mean, give me a fucking break. Enough is enough.
I'm a professional gambler. I've been doing it for like 15 years.
I don't want to talk to this guy. Yeah.
Do you not want to talk to him because he's gay? Noodles got mad and left.
What?
Noodles apparently homophobic. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Dude, the poker world is very like homophobic, like super masculine.
Okay, we got.
I think.
For the record, hairdresser, when you had the bounty on Noodles, were you trying to cheat him? Why didn't you let Noodles in and have so that the bounty could be on somebody else?
So we were just playing the numbers game. Like I can understand why he's confused.
Right.
Because we were just throwing money back and forth. And he did get A3 like 4 times to his credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't have any reason to cheat Noodles.
Right.
Honestly, I'd love to have him at my game anytime he wants to bring $100.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but I mean that's exactly what a cheater would say.
You know, it's a fair point. I can't argue that.
I'm kidding. We all know Noodles isn't getting cheated. 310, you're on Pokersesh. You have anything to add to this?
Yeah, don't you ever fucking mute me again. Are you busy?
Okay, sorry I'm muted. I'm
gonna go a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Lyman.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you busy?
Yeah. How can I help you?
Are you busy? What are you doing?
I'm doing the fucking show.
Oh, okay. I'm calling you from Cartagena, Colombia right now.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going pretty good. About to leave tomorrow. Look, that's it. No. Sorry. Well, we were talking to one of your buddies right here. One of these screw-up poker players asking me for money. What was I calling you about? Oh, you know, I was calling because I saw you. I was also in France a couple weeks ago. Same time with you. I was in the plane. I saw you, but I was sitting first class and I saw your ass back there in coach. Economy.
That cannot be me. No chance that's me. I'm in first class, buddy.
Oh, believe me, that was you.
No.
You carrot top wanted me, you ugly, shifty, snicey, big nose. Hey, I gotta go, bro. I'm busy. Let me call you later. I gotta go.
I talk to you later. There he goes. 310. All right, Grim, it's down to just me and you again.
Oh wow, where'd everyone go?
Okay, well that was still better content than anything Grimstar's ever done.
Oh no, it's Claude.
Yes, how did you recognize my voice? I'm amazed.
Yeah, of course I recognize your fucking computer-ass voice, Claude.
So how was France? I still haven't talked to you since then. I mean, that was pretty nice. Out in France.
Yeah, it was great. People are blowing me up, saying they saw me back in coach. I don't know, man. Now I have a bunch of new problems. People are gonna think I fly coach.
Well, you know what they say. It was just like that guy who won the home run derby. He said they don't boo nobodies. So like the fact that you got haters,
yes,
means you're not a nobody.
Thank you, Claude. Now, what do you think about this whole?
I have a hand history from Grimstar.
Okay.
Grimstar had ace.
Yeah.
He played it and then he lost it. Isn't that interesting? Is that such great content?
Yeah, that's generally all of Grimstar's hand histories or something like this. He plays a hand. It's almost always an overpair, and he either loses or folds. That's like the story of his life.
And then the best part is, like, you ask him, like, well, what would you do with such and such a holding? He said, I don't know.
Yeah, he has no clue.
I don't know.
No, he doesn't think about that stuff.
No.
Grimstar loves to not know. He's just like Noodles.
He's just like, I have 2 cards.
Now, what do you think about, you hear this physical fighting that's going on between Grimstar and Noodles, and the fact that Grimstar is banned from his hairdresser's poker game. What's going on with that?
I think there's some jealousy with girls. Because I actually talked to Grimstar the other day, and he had these girls on the line. And I was like, how'd you get girls in your house? He's like, no, they're on the phone. Apparently, they're just on these Skype calls all night.
Oh.
Like, he's not even wanting to go into this, but he's talking to this girl. And one speaks, like, Russian, and the other speaks Spanish. Like, where are these girls coming from? And why is he spending his time just talking?
Okay, so these are like cam girls or something that Grimstar's into?
No, but he like doesn't pay them. I know how cheap he is. He would not pay them. So it's just like free conversation. I don't know if you met him on like chat room, that type of thing, but it's just so bizarre to me. Because like, why is he wasting his time with this?
Grimstar, what do you talk to these girls about?
You know, just hanging around.
You're such a great conversationalist. Where do you meet these girls you're talking to, Grimstar?
One of them's a avid listener to Pokersesh.
Oh.
You should be thankful.
Apparently one's a listener, and she even sounded cute, but I think she probably could lose weight.
She had a slightly
Look who's
fat.
talking.
How does somebody have a slightly fat voice?
I just think like if it's just the fact that she's talking to Grim, like she's interested in Grimstar,
right?
Like
you're profiling Grim, yes, absolutely. I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, I'm just straight profiling.
So what else? You got any other topics, Claude?
Well, we got the main event going on. I mean, we got Sean Deeb, another upstate New Yorker representing, but then he's out. But I got a friend of a friend in there, that guy Jamie Shivell from California. He was...
Wait, he's in the main?
Jamie
Shivell? You know him.
I used to play college home game with him. He's in the main?
He made the final table, Grim. Jamie Chevell's the final table.
Wow, I hope he takes it down. One time for the Northeastern fucking class I dropped out, but...
No, but
we did play home game.
But Jamie's.
Yeah, he went there. We played home game when I was freshman in his college dorm.
But Jamie's.
He even brokered a fucking $10,000 freeze out that the guy stiffed me on. I should fucking kill him.
Jamie's an LA guy now. He's not a New York guy no more. He's an LA guy.
No, he was a Boston guy for a couple months or years or whatever.
I was the New York guy was Sean Deeb. Sean Deeb, the attorney grind.
I had no idea Chevelle made final table. That's cool.
He made $1 million, and his backers made a few bucks too, so everybody's doing good. Grim, why don't you play the main event?
Everybody in Grim's circle has had success in poker, except Grim.
Yeah.
Isaiah made the second.
And then loses it all flipping, and now he just grinds live. Like, how could you not just... Like, if you can't just destroy living crap out of live, to the point you beat the highest stakes available in the local area, and then go on to play the high stakes mixed games like Foxwoods or the LA games are obviously very good too. But if you can't do that and then destroy those mixed games, then who are you? Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. Grim has let the whole world pass him by, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I tried to play mixed games in the home games. Everyone wants to play hold'em.
$5. I was like, just throw $100 into it. He's like, no, I'll throw 1 cent into it.
All right. Well,
1 cent worth $50.
Thanks for calling in, Claude. Nice to talk to you.
All right, have a good show, man.
You too.
But we have more topics.
You too. Claude didn't have any more topics.
Oh, I guess he's gone. I could have sworn he wanted to talk about, some other stuff, but we'll not get into that. But anyways, hey, I got a question. Speaking about poker and shit. So I played a hand last night, and tell me your opinion on this here. I mean, let's just say I didn't play a hand last night.
Okay.
But I could have played a hand last night that would have cost me a lot of money.
All right.
So we're playing our 1-3 little bar game. I'm under the gun. I think the hairdresser straddled to my right. We're 6-handed or something, and somehow I make the fucking tightest fold in history of pocket fours under the gun.
Okay.
Just because, like, everyone's drunk, and I just feel like there's no chance I'm taking these blinds down. Even though I barely played any hands, like, I just didn't even want to get involved. I pulled my fours under the gun. Well, lo and behold, the board comes out 7-4 deuce.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I could have won a big pot.
Right.
I think hairdresser bet, he, like, raised pre and, like, bet the flop. And, like, this other kid with a big stack raised him, hairdresser folded.
Yeah.
And I go, huh. You should be happy I folded. I have pocket fours. And he goes, really? And he shows me 7-4. And I go, wow, we would have played a big one. He goes, dealer, burn the turn for us.
Okay.
Guess what the turn card was?
7.
Good fucking guess, guy.
Otherwise, this story's even dumber than it already is. If he was cheating you, why would he show you the turn card?
Rub it in my face? I have no idea.
When the dealer was dealing, was he saying, lot of action, and looking you straight in the eyes?
I wasn't looking at his eyes. I was too busy looking at the nasty fucking 7 that came up.
Okay, Grim, this story makes no fucking sense. You're saying that he set you up on a cold deck, you folded like a complete fucking fish and didn't get cold decked, and then he showed you that he was going to cold deck you. This is what you're telling me.
Maybe? I don't know. Do people do that?
No, nobody would ever do that because now you should never play with him again if you actually thought that he was cold decking you.
I had the heebie-jeebies at first, but I guess now that you look at it at the next level, above the rim level, of why would he show you the cold deck?
Yeah.
He could easily just fit in the cold deck. You didn't have to burn and turn.
Yes, and then also, why would he ban you from his game if he can cold deck you anytime he wants?
No, this isn't the hairdresser game. This is a bar game. It's a different game. Hairdresser was there.
Oh, the hairdresser was there. Okay. Even a bar. It doesn't matter. How much is the buy-in on this game?
$100 to 500. Everyone buys in like 3, 4, 500. I bought 420. Plays it.
To blaze it. There's no fucking chance that they're bringing in some fucking cooler dealer, some fucking mechanic dealer to cheat you in this game. And then they're going to set you up to get cheated, and then when you somehow wriggle your way out of it by not playing a hand you probably should have played, they're going to show you that they could have cheated you. That makes literally no fucking sense.
I guess I forgot that last part. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I guess I'll go back next week.
Number 2, if they can deal you anything they want, why wouldn't they deal you, instead of 2 4s and the other guy 7-4, why wouldn't they deal you 2 kings and the other guy ace king and then have it come running aces? Because if they deal you 2 kings, you're never going to fold. They don't have to worry about doing this whole elaborate fucking setup and then having the biggest fucking nit in the game just fold his 2 cards pre-flop. Why would they build up a huge elaborate setup for a hand that you might not even play? Number 1.
They want it to be a little bit more nuanced. So
No, it's not nuanced.
If they do the king.
That's not nuanced at all. It's not nuanced at all because as soon as you see that the guy played you all in with 7-4, you're going to immediately be suspicious. Immediately. You wouldn't be suspicious if he had ace king.
Depends how the hand goes down. If I just open to like 15 and he calls, it's not that unbelievable to be in there with 7-4.
No, it is that unbelievable. It makes no fucking sense.
We were like 700 deep. Why wouldn't he call a fucking like $15 raise?
Because No, it doesn't matter. You never call a raise at any time with fucking 7-4 unless your opponent, unless you are very deep and your opponent will go broke 100% of the time. Well, then of course you have implied odds. He has no implied odds against you. You're a weak passive player. You're semi-tight, semi-passive.
This is the first time playing with the guy.
So the first time playing with the guy, he sets you up on a cold deck and then shows it to you. Grimstar.
I'm just asking. I mean, I guess you've told me that you don't think it's possible, so maybe I shouldn't worry about it.
It's literally impossible. No, you should not worry about it.
Okay, now we got, hold on, I just called back because I have to jump in here.
Okay.
Can we just talk about the observer effect in physics and the fact that the cards, like, we know online that the cards, like, Pokersesh even said in an official statement that, like, the deck is continuously shuffled, and we don't, like, they don't know what the card is going to be until it's dealt.
Okay.
I suggest, what do you think of this, that a live deck is just like that. We can't prove that if he actually played the hand, it would have come a 7 on the turn. Because maybe the cards are constantly changing until we observe them.
Okay, Claude, yeah, thank you. And why don't you go and ask somebody in Brazil how many angels can dance on the head of a needle? Do you really want to try to go down that this theoretical fucking Schrodinger's cat argument with Grimstar? Is this going to be a fun conversation?
No, I was only asking your opinion. I could never go on the Schrodinger's deck of cards with Grimstar because his brain will just explode.
Well,
I really wanted to know if you thought that was at least possible. Like, can we agree it's possible that the law of physics states observer changes the result?
I suppose there's a 1 in 18 fucking quadrillion billion zillion chance that anything's possible, but I doubt it. You know, it's basically just magic.
I think the chance is a lot higher.
Okay, well, you can't.
All right, anyway, let me ask you this. Because you did remind me. I wanted to ask about this.
Okay.
Let's say you know these slot advantage players, right?
Mm-hmm.
They call in sometimes.
Yep.
All right. So let's say some of them are doing something that might be considered unethical or possibly illegal.
Right.
Like say one guy has a bunch of friends.
Right.
And he goes to his friends and he says, "Come to the casino with me and sign up for a player's card."
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
They drive to the casino, they sign up for a player's card.
Yeah.
He does the same thing with, let's say, 10 people.
That's what.
Then the other 2 people never go to the casino again.
Yeah.
He brings those 10 player cards to a casino and starts putting coins
Yes.
into the machine.
Yes.
So he plays through like 20,000 of each player card.
Yes.
Then those friends start getting mail of free play because the casino has it set up.
Well, Claude, this is what Grimstar did with his mafia buddies, and they all got in trouble, and now Grimstar will just hang up the phone if you start talking about it. So you better be careful.
No, but Grimstar was not involved in this. He just is familiar with the people who are involved in this. So you've heard about the story?
Yeah, Grimstar acted like he was involved in it somehow. He was scared to talk because he's not a rat.
He's scared because he played in a home game with these guys once, and now he thinks he'll get in trouble. But, like, it's just stupid. Because, like, apparently the casino did not care about this originally.
Right.
But it's only after, like, the guys were smart enough to, like, actually win a bunch because they just, like, played smart with their free play.
Right.
And lost, let's say they got 98 cents back on every dollar, but they got $2K of free play on 10 different cards
Right.
every month.
Right.
And they just played through it.
Yeah.
But, like, what do you think that happened with that case? Like, does the casino have a case that's illegal?
The casino the casino probably does not have a case that it's illegal. They have a case that the guys broke the terms of service, and they will try to claw back all of the bonuses because they'll say this was a violation of terms of service. Saying that it was actually a crime, they can trespass the guys, and if those guys were already trespassed, then they're going to get in trouble for trespassing. But the idea that they found a loophole and they exploited it is not going to be a crime. It's just going to be a violation of terms of service, because if you dig deep down in the terms of service on any of those player cards, it specifically outlines that they are only for the use of the person who signed up for the card and not for anybody else. They have to do that to protect themselves from minors using the player card. So that's probably what's going to happen.
Really there, because I'm under the impression that.
Well, I don't know, but I know that's what. I don't know if the fine print is there, but I know that's what happened in Las Vegas. 470, you're on Pokersesh.
470, it's High Stakes Mitch. How you doing, Abe?
Yo, what up, High Stakes Mitch? How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing all right. I'm going to try not to bring up a topic that would end the show immediately like last week, but I appreciate you, though.
You know what, High Stakes Mitch, I was thinking. One time you called in and you did a like a country song.
Yeah, sang one of my songs.
Why don't you try? This will be funny if you want to take on the challenge. It will be funny to write like a couple little songs for one about like Grimm or about Noodles or about Kevin. Just, a few lines.
Okay. Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
I was gonna bring up, go ahead.
Then if you didn't have a good topic, I could say sing a song about Grimm, and you'd be like, "What? Well, there's old Grimm Star, and he goes to his hairdresser's car, and he plays $1, $3 at the bar, and whatever, It would give us something to listen to.
I might have. My bad.
Okay, give us a topic.
Give us something to laugh about, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus, I might have to do some Metallica, parodies if they're good. But yeah. So, topic. I'm gonna come back to the topic of tilt.
Okay.
And also, I did start to apply the let's say the poker wisdom that you gave me last time about, hey, envision the worst case scenario before you get there. And I did that at a cash game, and I won about $10 million and $1.05. But I broke even, but I mean, it did work. What you said about the tilt thing, So.
Okay.
And then it sounded like the allegations against Grimstar. Shout out to my bro Grimstar, but I don't know if he might have been complicit and an accomplice in the Michael Francesi New York City gasoline scheme. You remember that one?
Quite possibly. Grimstar, any comment on that?
What up, Grim?
That's my lawyer.
Okay, you can't talk.
My attorneys aren't present, man.
Grimstar is scared of talking about any crimes because somehow he thinks that he knows something, when of course he fucking doesn't know anything. That's why it's fun to joke about whether he knows something or not. He knows fucking nothing.
Was Grimstar allegedly at Tom Goldstein's games in 2016 that landed him in court in 2026?
Grim?
That's my recollection. I did smoke a lot of dust around that time, so it's possible I blacked out and forgot about it.
Yeah.
What, Grimstar, why were you smoking angel dust?
Experimenting with some friends. I mean, it seemed like a cool idea.
Was it better than smoking actual dust? There's a lot of
I never smoked actual dust.
Okay. No.
Okay.
All right, next.
I don't know if I believe you. So read.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess off the cuff, what questions are, I'm gonna say tournament poker players, but just poker players in general, what questions are poker players not asking in order to get the big score, win consistently, stuff like that?
Let me see here. The question they're not asking is basically like, how do I make the most money going to the places that I'm going, okay? And in the world that I'm in. That's the number one thing that they're not asking. So basically, most poker players are like Kevin. Or they go to the casino and they think like, I'm going to grind $1, $3, and then I'm going to win a little bit, and I'm going to have my bankroll, and I'm going to play $2, $5, and then I'm going to play blah, blah, blah. No, that's 100% the wrong way to think about it. What you want to think is that you're like a kid in a candy store every time you go to the casino, and There are lots and lots of ways to make money in there, and you want your hand in all the cookie jars. You have to be curious about all the cookie jars. That's how you make the most money. And it's not just all the cookie jars where you can gamble or all the cookie jars where you can advantage play. It also includes the cookie jars where you are on the other side of the tables, not as a dealer, but as somebody who is making money off of other gamblers. Okay? So,
Can you say that last part again?
like somebody who's getting a cut. Here's what you see when you see successful poker players that end up making a lot of money. What's the first thing they do? What's the first thing Dan Negreanu does? What's the first thing Doug Polk does? What's the first thing that Doyle? They open their own room. They have their own game. They start collecting the rake. They're involved in lots of other forms of gambling. They're involved in sports. They're involved in inventing games. They're involved in, they have their own casino, blah, 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 blah. Most poker players are very myopic. They're myopic. They think about this little tiny hole. They're like, look down this little tiny tube. They don't see the giant world around them, all the money changing hands. They're not curious. They're not curious. The last thing you should try to be if you go in a casino as a poker player, you should try to be a professional gambler. Just being myopic and saying, I want to be a professional, it's a waste of time. You're leaving so much money on the table. Anytime you see two people exchanging money, you want to be in the middle of it. You want to figure out a way to interject yourself into the middle of that. And the question you should be asking yourself, getting back to your original topic, the question all professional gamblers should be asking themselves anytime they enter a casino atmosphere is, how do I get a cut of everything going on in here? How do I get involved in everything going on in here? So we're talking about poker. We're talking about advantage play slots. We're talking about other forms of advantage play. We're talking about card counting. We're talking about hosting games. We're talking about all kinds of stuff. And if you think of it that way, the casino just becomes a giant candy store. You have to be very curious. You have to be very hardworking. But if you're curious and hardworking, what you're going to find is there's a lot of ways to make money, and limiting yourself to just one of them is going to make you always right on the edge of being broke. All right, next topic.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
That made me think of...
Okay, Grimstar, next topic.
Sorry to hijack, but anybody know this guy personally? What's his name? Jared Greiner? Ring a bell, anybody?
No, never heard of him.
No.
Who is
You seen that story just came out today? He's like some World Series of Poker guy got robbed at gunpoint and hogtied and shit, like today or yesterday or something. You read the story yet?
Well, I mean, I'd have to see a picture of him. And I mean, can you spell his name? I'll look and see if I've ever seen
Greiner, Jared Greiner. There's a NDG thread on 2+2. I've seen it at like New York Post.
Okay,
like
what's his first name? What's his first name?
Jared. Stop screaming.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared.
Last name. Spell it.
Greiner, like GRI, like Grant.
I said spell it.
I'm sounding it out for you. GRIEN as in Nancy ER.
Grainer. GRIENER. Grainer.
Like grinder, but instead of a D, put another E in front of the N.
Talking to you is fucking so worthless. Okay, poker. Okay, here he comes. Here's his picture. SoCal Pro, hogtied and robbed. Okay, so I probably know this guy. Let me look at his pictures because I know all the SoCal Pros. Oh yeah, I know this guy. I've seen this guy around. Yeah, he always wears all the fucking. He's from the East Coast, but he plays tournaments and a little bit of cash games, I think. He always wears all the fucking stupid Patriots gear. He got hogtied, huh? How much did they rob off of him?
I don't know. Probably
On one article, it says his entire roll.
80 grand, 150 grand.
Just because it says his entire roll, that doesn't give you any idea what the number is. If somebody robbed Grimm's entire roll, they would have robbed like $640.
Like, on a good day, if I'm
I haven't
good.
found a number yet. But,
So how much did he get robbed for?
Yeah, like 20 dimes.
You just guessed that, Grim, based on how he looks? 20 dimes?
Well, it's a nice even round number, and Price is Right rules I'd rather go under.
oh my god.
And
Yeah.
okay, so I don't have it. I mean, I guess I can try to skim this story. SoCal Poker Pro, hogtied and robbed winnings. He speaks out about inside job. Okay, yeah. I mean, I saw this guy at the casino. Yeah, when masked rob allegedly in Huntington Beach. What was he at, a fucking home game or something? Said he returned to his rental around 8 p.m. Sunday.
Airbnb, I think. Yeah.
To cashing out the winnings from his World Series of Poker. See, this is why people should listen to this show. If he listened,
He definitely never listened to Pokersesh.
yeah, if he listened to this show, this would have never happened to him. He was trying to be a baller. He had his whole fucking roll in his backpack. What the fuck does he expect? His backpack. It's probably a Louis Vuitton fucking backpack. He's also got fucking like his Tupperware containers with his fucking vegan food that he fucking brings to the table and cracks open and makes everybody feel sick to their fucking stomach. Oh my god, this fucking dipshit. I mean, I don't want anyone to get robbed or hogtied, but why the fuck did he get hogtied? That doesn't make any sense. I was hogtied.
It says he's won $3.3 million in career live tournament earnings, so that must be how much was in his suitcase.
No, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That means there was about
2v1.
That means there was about $3,000 in there and he owed it to somebody else. I was hogtied and stuck here for a while trying to escape and finally got out and ran out of the house to a neighbor to call 911. Luckily, I'm physically unharmed. Yeah, I mean, the suspects, oh no, Kevin can't read this. Kevin will freak out if he reads this. I'm not going to say the race of the suspects. It's going to cause a lot of trouble. According to Griner, the intruders appeared to have knowledge of the rental property. These people knew the door. These people have been clocking you, you fucking dipshit, because you fucking run around with tens of thousands of dollars maybe, or a lot of money to them at least, in your fucking backpack. I tell people on this show all the fucking time. How many times I've been saying on this show, if you're a real professional poker player, like, and you understand anything about strategy, then why don't you understand simple life strategy? A simple life strategy is don't carry around tons of fucking money in a backpack. How do you expect to be a fucking winning poker player if you can't figure out the most simplest things about life? If somebody came to my house and hogtied me, guess how much money they get? Fucking none. None. I'd be like, oh, you want, here's the passwords to my stock account. You can try to cash out a few $1 million, but it ain't gonna do you no fucking good. You're not gonna get a single dollar from trying to do that because there's going to be a bunch of safeguards, you know? Who the fuck would carry their fucking money in cash and chips back to their fucking house? It's totally fucking insane. You have banks, you have safe deposit boxes, you have players' banks, you have so many, you can have the money wired. It's like, okay, if you're like trying to launder money or you're trying to like avoid taxes, and if you're trying to do tax fraud or money laundering, and that's why you're carrying all your cash on you like a fucking turtle on your back, then what do you expect? You're a criminal and you're going to attract other criminals. It's just crime finding crime. But if you have the money on the grid and you can put it in, you can have it wired to the casino, or you can put it in a player's bank, or even if it gets a safe deposit box. I mean, hopefully obviously the guy didn't listen to the show. If he listened to the show, it would all be in 25K and 5K chips, and he would at least know where these guys are going right now. They're going to cash the chips in. I mean, at least then, if he put the little black dots on the side, they could catch the guys. But man, I just don't understand these fucking supposed pro poker players. Like, the thing about pro poker players is pro poker players always say like, man, if the world was run by elite pro poker players, the world would be a lot better place because we know how to think logically, and we know how to solve problems. And then they're fucking carrying around all this fucking money in a backpack and they get fucking hogtied and robbed. It makes no fucking sense. I mean, now, again, I do not condone any crime and I don't want any crime and I want these guys to get caught. And being stupid isn't a crime, but being stupid is stupid. And right now a criminal could break into my house and hogtie me. And the story would be the same except for one thing. They wouldn't get away with any money. They'd get away with nothing. My dog. They could take the dog, you know. Leave the cannolis, you know. It's like it would be New York Post, professional gambler who's made millions gambling, Limon, hogtied in his home. Robbers get away with one Jack Russell. I mean, like nothing. They get away with nothing. They get away with fucking nothing. Like, how do you fucking have all that fucking money in a backpack? How fucking dumb are you? It's because poker players love to act baller. There's nothing poker player loves more than to act baller. They're spinning. Look at them wheels. They're spinning. Oh, they find, oh yeah, I just got back from Vegas. Cash. I got 30K in cashes for the summer. I got to get some of this money back to the people who bought my package. The next thing you know, you're fucking hogtied, and then somebody took all your fucking money. Is this like, how can you sit a fucking dork, some fucking poker dork? How can you fucking sit for hours and hours and hours on end studying push-fold charts and fucking GTO and ICM and fucking blah, 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 in-game scenario, saddle point, buffing frequency, blah, blah, fucking page, blah. You spend fucking 1,000 hours studying this shit. The guy who robbed you, guess how much hours he spent studying this shit? 0. He spent 0. And now he has all your fucking money. He spent 0 hours studying this, and now he has all your fucking money. Like, why not spend 1 fucking minute studying how not to get robbed? It's because they don't actually consider themselves wealthy. This is my guess. If you don't actually, once you actually consider yourself wealthy, you don't carry around money anymore. Wealthy people don't carry around lots and lots of money. Poor people who are like new rich and rich, they're new rich. Poor people who get new rich, they carry around lots of money. Wealthy people do not carry around lots of money. And so it's just like, it's part of the insecurities of poker pros. It's part of their deep-seated insecurities that they understand they are not wealthy, and because of that, they need to carry all this fucking money around them. It's a deep-seated insecurity, and not getting over that insecurity and using a tiny amount of your study sessions to actually not get yourself fucking robbed would be pretty. You're not gonna find that at Upswing Poker. Upswing Poker lesson 13: how not to get robbed. But this show, I talk about not getting robbed all the time. I think this is proof that most people who give poker advice never have won any money playing poker, because they don't give any advice on not getting robbed. I give advice on not getting robbed all the fucking time, and I think it's because like I just won a lot of fucking money playing poker. I was always worried about getting robbed. I guess people who don't win any fucking money playing poker never worry about being robbed, and so they have no reason to make a video about not being robbed. Whereas, I mean, you can go back through 10 years of Pokersesh and see, like, at least once a year, on the years when I'm doing the show, I'm doing a whole show about not getting robbed with a whole bunch of tips. Not just me saying, don't get robbed. It's me giving a whole bunch of tips, a whole bunch of smart tips on how not to get robbed. Okay, we got another call coming in. Let's see here. Yeah, 310, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, I'm finishing up dinner. Let me give you a call back in 10, 15 minutes.
All right, talk to you in 15, buddy.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay.
What would Kevin have done?
Noodles, you're on Pokersesh.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah, thank you.
Did this guy really get hogtied?
Well, apparently, but it must not have been a very good hog tie, because if you actually get hogtied, I don't think you can really escape from it. I've been hogtied before, like fucking around.
That's a fucking horrible way to go out.
Well, if you're actually hogtied and the person did a good job, you cannot escape because every time you
Yeah,
move.
well, yeah, that's the whole point, right? They tie your fucking arms to your legs.
Yeah.
Like, right?
And if you move,
What the fuck?
if you
You
move,
put
it
an
gets.
apple in the mouth.
Well,
and
yeah, I
spin
mean,
them on the ropes.
the thing is, if you move, it gets tighter and tighter. So they must have just done a pretty shitty job. But this guy ain't going nowhere. He's just gonna.
Wait. I wanna wait. Let's reverse a sec. You said you've been hogtied. I want to hear that story.
Well, it's, I have I have brothers and all the fucking neighbor kids, and we're always like 9, 10 years old doing stupid shit.
All right, yeah, all right.
One of the neighbor kids will say like, okay, we're gonna play a game. Like I'm probably like 9, and this guy's like 12, and he's like, I lived in the country, okay, so I lived out in the fucking boonies. So one of the neighbor kids probably like, I'll tie you up and we'll see if you can escape. It will be a fun game. So then I'm fucking hogtied. I can't get out.
Did they cut you loose?
Well,
I
probably started yelling like crazy, and they got scared that my fucking dad was gonna come up and punch him in the face or something. Who knows?
That's crazy.
All I remember was
I was curious. This guy, was he like a professional poker player? Or?
Yeah, I mean, ostensibly he's a professional poker player. I had seen him at the casino a lot, and if he had enough.
Oh, you did. Oh, you actually knew this guy.
I didn't. We weren't friends or anything. He's more of a tournament player, but I had seen him at the casino, and if he had enough money in a backpack for the New York Post to do a story on it, it must have been enough money to be at least interesting. It wasn't like Grimstar calling the New York Post and saying like, "Oh, I went to a fucking home game at my hair."
No, I'm just curious, like, because if you really think about it, someone really had to go out of their way to tie the guy up, and then he got robbed too. On top of that,
well, they tied him up to rob him,
and they just let him die like that.
Well, you're not gonna die.
I thought the guy died, right?
No, he didn't die. No, he got out of it and ran to his neighbor's house and called the police.
What? Okay.
What would Kevin do?
I thought the story was too crazy. That's what I was gonna say. I thought they left the guy to die and tied up like that.
No. If you get tied up, you're not gonna die. I mean, you're gonna be yelling at the top of your lungs in an apartment in Huntington.
Well, not if it's in like some fucking sketchy basement. No one's gonna fucking untie you down there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, most of the time when people rob people, they aren't trying to commit a murder. They just want the money.
Right.
They don't want.
Yeah.
They're not trying for any extra trouble. Now, speaking of,
what would Kevin do?
This reminds me actually of Grimstar's robbery story. Did you hear this one?
Yeah. Well, Grimstar got robbed while he was asleep watching fucking Heat because he told dipshit.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, I was checking. Just checking to make sure you heard that.
No, Grimstar is equally as big of an idiot.
At least he didn't get tied up.
Yeah. The guy would need a lot of rope to tie him up. So, hey, now.
Yeah. Grimstar is huge.
Yeah. Speaking of
What would Kevin do?
Hold on. Speaking of robberies, Noodles, you robbed the Pokersesh audience.
I just read your mind.
With your horrible fucking pick of France. You could pick anything you want, any team you want. You pick the fucking favorite. And then when the favorite loses, you look like a big dipshit. You're better off picking Morocco.
Listen, a lot of people took that L right there. The pasta stuck to the pot. What can I say?
Everybody in the Pokersesh audience, everybody lost money because of your horrible pick of France.
Listen, it wasn't a horrible pick.
Yes, it was.
And actually, if they did take they would have won one game.
Okay.
I put millions of dollars on that pick, bro.
There you go.
They played twice since I made that call. They won one game. All right.
Yeah, but you're not.
I did say
no, you picked
I said it would be them. Listen, I said it would be them or Argentina. All right. Now watch Argentina. I just said that.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said. Of course, France. Fuck death to the fucking French now.
Hey, Kevin bet against your pick and doubled his net worth to $1.72.
No, good for Kevin.
All right. Thank
I'm
you.
Really happy I could do that.
Next caller, 352. You're on Pokersesh. 352.
Hey, Limon.
Yo, what's up?
Dude, I'm calling it right now. I'm calling in that this guy didn't get robbed. It was a smart move so that it was staged so he didn't have to pay back his backers that he was in makeup to.
352, I wanted to say that, but I was afraid to say that. So I'm glad that you said it. Is the guy's name David Peters? Because obviously I don't want to disparage this guy, and I don't want to like cast aspersions on him. It would be pretty horrific to get hogtied and stuff, but like we'll just talk about poker players in general. In general, a ton of poker players would fake get robbed to not have to pay their backers after the World Series, probably because they sold more than 100% of themselves.
Yeah, so I'm calling that right here.
Well, I mean, you know what? If it is what happens, we're going to give you 100% credit, all right?
Hey, I also wanted to say that, I didn't get to call in last week, but the shout out to Kevin. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything or a negative Nancy. I was just trying to tell the guy what he needs to hear. But I think he might have some, the elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying? And might have some delusions.
Yeah.
But I hope the best, man. But Kevin, like Lyman said, playing 1-3 and then grinding up to a few thousand, then you're gonna play 2-5.
Right.
There's better ways to make money. But I would ask you this, Lyman.
Right.
What would you say about, maybe there's a certain percentage of people that, it's like being a chess player to them. They don't, maybe they don't actually care about money and they just want to be a poker player.
Well, then you better have another job. It's if you want it to just be a hobby, well, that's cool. It could be a hobby, but if you want it to be your job, then your job is professional gambler. If you don't think of it as your job being professional gambler, you're just always going to be leaving too much money on the table. You should always think of your job as professional gambler, not as this myopic thing called professional poker player. If you're obsessed with the beauty of poker, then just make it your hobby. There's a lot of people, you can have it as your hobby. You can go in and waste your time banging your head against the rake for the rest of your life at small stakes. If you're rich, then you can just go on streams and have fun or whatever. But the rich guys that go on streams make their money someplace else. The people who love poker, they think they love poker, but then after a few years, they don't. It's like a frisbee or a hula hoop or something. They don't love it anymore. It's a fad. Yeah. Very few of these rich guys stay in love with poker for too long, because just like Guy Laliberte and there's a ton of these people you can name from these streams, rich old guys. After a while, they figure out that they're just meat on a spit, and everybody is basically doing what Noodles thinks was being done to him, chopping them up in very unethical and unethical ways. So people's love for poker goes away pretty quick in the public realm. Now, in the private realm, you can keep your love for the game forever in an unraked game with your friends where you're drinking beers and having a good time. And it's basically just like a social lubricant. Poker as a social lubricant. Well, that makes perfect sense. But poker as a job, it immediately enters a completely different realm.
Yeah, and I will say to Kevin, if you're listening, like, I've never heard you once talk about like the reality of poker, and you're not just going to go sit down. It sounds like he just doesn't really do a lot of game selection, because in the reality, it's all about fish.
Yeah, well.
And and he has this like fantasy of like going to commerce at 11 and leaving at 7 to go to his wife and kids. It's not 2009 anymore. You know what I mean? But the reality is, reality poker is you're going to be away from your wife and kids like every night and every weekend, because that's when the rich guys play, and your life revolves around finding fish.
This is, and this isn't. Yes, Kevin does have an elevator that doesn't go all the way to the top, and that's why he's boycotting the show right now, because he doesn't like to hear any facts or truth. But truthfully, this isn't really. This is about hundreds and hundreds and thousands of different wannabe poker pros. It's not just. It's epidemic. This idea that like you can work poker, just being a poker player, as like a cubicle job. It makes no fucking sense. It's why they stay poor. It's why they stay broke. And if anything, I want people who listen to this show to like think realistically about how this stuff works. You have to be in love with the hustle. If you're in love with the hustle, you're going to do fine, because there's always another hustle. I haven't even thought of what the next hustle is. I don't know what it is. I'm out of the game, man. I'm way out of the game. But people who are in the game, they know what the next hustle is, and they got their antennas out. They got their feelers out. They're a kid in a candy store. And those guys are the ones that leave with the fucking money, because they're always just thinking about the next hustle, whether it's slot AP or running games or banking games, or the casino brings in a new game and you figure out an exploit, or sometimes it's poker. But it's not always one thing. You gotta be a real hustler. If you're a real hustler, you're always gonna be okay, because you're always gonna be thinking about things the right way. You're not gonna be thinking myopically. All right.
Thanks, Limon.
Hey, no problem. Thanks, 352-408. You're on Pokersesh.
Hey, Lyman, I have a quick question for you. I don't want to keep bringing it around in a circle.
Okay.
But with this guy who basically he's claiming robbery.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you admit though, that as someone, if they were intending to stiff, that's one of the most complicated ways to go about a stiff?
Right.
Like, I'm sure you've been stiffed many times. Isn't there way more optimal ways to stiff? And in fact, this way, if it is fabricated, is actually the worst way you could go about it. What's your take on that?
Yeah.
If it is a hoax and your intention was to stiff, isn't this the worst thing you could do?
Well, yeah, because now you have the police involved, and the police are going to like look into things, right? The police are going to like. He lived in an apartment complex of some sort in Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is a wealthy enough area. There's going to be a lot of ring cams around. The police are going to knock on doors. They're going to ask for ring cam footage. If the guy's trying to put together this web of lies, this web of lies could end up firing back on him really hard. In general, when most people stiff everybody, I'd say like 99% of the time, they just say, "I'm stiffing you." Like, they don't, I mean, they do come up with a story, but the story is just so dumb that it's basically like, "I'm stiffing you." Like, "Oh, my mom got sick," or "my brother," or something, some goofy thing happened. They don't go to the police. They don't hog tie themselves or whatever. They don't come with an elaborate thing where they're running to their neighbor's house like in their underwear or something. Like, yeah, I don't know, because here's the thing. This is the most important thing. If, like, let's just make up some numbers. I don't know anything about this guy's summer, but let's just make up some numbers just so I can make a point. Let's say you had bought 10% of this guy's package, okay? And he cashed for $300,000 this summer, and he owes you $30,000, okay? And then he comes up with this elaborate story, right?
Right.
You're still going to be fucking pissed, and in the back of your mind, you're still going to think he might have robbed you, okay? And you're still going to not take anything at face value, and you're still going to be paranoid about the situation, okay? So what good does it do him to like get himself involved with the police if his backers aren't going to 100% believe him anyway? He's better off just saying the dog stole his homework, you know? Because once you get the police involved, then all hell can start breaking loose. Then you can be on the hook for some real crimes. And you have then you have the police digging around in your personal life. So if this is an elaborate hoax, I think he did a really bad job of it. He's going to wish that he had just made up a story to tell his backers. So
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You know, Occam's razor says he did get robbed. That's what Occam's razor says. And Occam's razor also says he's a fucking moron for keeping his bankroll in his backpack. Okay.
Right. No, interesting. Hey, I had a question for you. You know, you were mentioning the last caller who just talked about, you know, poker's not real. And I mean, you've said for the longest time that poker's the best enjoyed as a hobby. And, you know, poker's dying up. And, you know, at this point, just the idea that you're trying to plop in, there's like a new fish joining is just kind of like a fallacy. It's a joke.
Right.
All the card room, no matter what the stakes, they're all just regs anyways.
Yeah.
They're sad regs, you know what I mean, just around.
Yes.
And not that they're like pro regs. They're just fucking just dirty people just at the casino who got no lives, as you said, the loss of their lives. But is there actually a stake that you recommend that, you know, someone who does like romanticize the game of poker and they say, oh, they want to look at a chess? Is there a stake, like whether it be 1-2, 1-3, 2-5, 5-10, that actually strikes the balance of the game can still actually be fun and you can have those dynamics, you know, of it being like this romanticized game with strategy, this and that, or is that bullshit? Is that all dead? Doesn't exist?
Well, that romanticized game exists in the sort of home game private world. But the problem is that it's very hard to get invited to the ones that truly fit the romanticized version of it. Like, let's say somehow you could get invited to Ben Affleck's home game or Matt Damon's home game or Kevin Hart's home game, something like this, right?
Right.
Where they're not even raking it, other than just to pay for the fucking dealer and unlimited sushi or whatever. It would be the romantic version of everything you had ever wished for in poker.
Exactly, yeah.
There would be really successful people there who are interesting and not miserable. There would be a couple elite pros there who are very, very fucking good at their job and were also fun to be around. There would be an atmosphere of sort of fun and collegiality, and nobody would be outwardly trying to make a living, even if some people were. Nobody would be outwardly trying to make a living, and everyone would be a sport. Now, these games exist at the $1, $2 level, 5-5, 5-10, 10-20, 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000. They exist at every level. But you got to get into that group of friends, you know. I've played I guess just because I live in Hollywood. I mean, I don't live in Hollywood anymore, but I live in Los Angeles. But I used to live, you know, basically in the East Hollywood area. And I was in the gambling world a lot for a lot of different things, including sports and poker and card counting. I played at a lot of celebrity games that were not raked, or they were raked very small, only to pay for things that were going on in the game. Nobody was making money off the game. I mean, I played in Danny Masterson's game. I played in. I've talked about the different people's games I played in before, but I played in some games that were just. And these games were not giant games. They're usually like 5-10, maybe 10-20 at the biggest. I played in smaller home games that were only raked for pizza or whatever. So that would just be like a bunch of Hollywood producers and writers, or maybe just a bunch of guys who worked in aerospace. I mean, I hosted the fucking Mensa, the official Mensa cash game for years. And there's no rake, zero rake, not even $1. I didn't rake one fucking dollar. And when you talk about strategy and like the love of the game and fucking levels upon levels, I mean, a lot of that was going on for very small money. You know, nobody ever won or lost more than $1,000. So it's out there, but it's not in the casino. It's definitely not in the casino. These things.
So yeah. So basically, for average people on a Friday, Saturday night, say, hey, I'm going to go to my local card room casino, doesn't exist.
No.
Anymore.
I mean, listen, you could go to the Commerce on a Friday or Saturday and let's say play 5-5. There's going to be maybe 12 tables running. Out of those 12 5-5 tables, at least 2 or 3 of them are going to be great tables like old school poker. So if you're willing to sort of look around and see where there's the most smiles happening and get yourself on the table change list, you can sit in a 5-5 game in Los Angeles every Friday night and be in a game that's not that much different than it was in 2006, 2007, okay? But you can't do it at 5-10. 5-10, it's like there might be 5 or 6 5-10 games running at the Commerce on a Friday, Saturday night, but all of them are going to be fucking horrible. Reg infested, Euro grinder infested, miserable shitholes. But at the 5-5 level, out of 12 games, 9 of them will be shit, but there'll still be 3 really great games if you're willing to table change. But that's only on Fridays and Saturdays. Your regular weekday games are going to be back to just being shit. There's just too many guys trying to make a living in the game. And the guys trying to make a living in the game are miserable, horrible people. And the reason that they're miserable, horrible people in general is because there's just not enough money in the games to make the living that they think they deserve or that they do deserve. And so even if they started as nice guys, even if they started as guys you'd love to hang out with and have a beer with, they don't end up that way. Like they're all just like one aces crack from jumping off the fucking parking garage, you know?
No, I hear you. Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty brutal. I mean, that's kind of like, I like listening to you. I like listening to the show, even though I've kind of stepped away from poker. But yeah, it's just not fun. It's just pointless. It's not fun anymore.
I mean, it looks to me like you live in Phoenix. Is that right?
No. I was in the Bay Area, but I moved to Colorado for work. So I was actually 408. You jumped a digit. You thought it was 480.
Oh, 480. Oh, 480. That's Phoenix. Okay. So yeah, if you live in Colorado, your best bet is go and join the men's club at the highest end public course in your area. Play a little golf with the guys in the men's club. Say you really like poker and you're looking for a fun home game, and you're going to find a fun home game. Guaranteed. I 100% guarantee it.
Right.
And it won't be raked for more than the pizza, and it'll probably be $1, $2, and you'll probably end up playing nice night baseball and Queen Follow the Queen and Black Mariah and Clit, and it's not going to, and that's what it's going to be what it's going to be. But once you sort of get into that little home game world in your area, one guy will know a guy who also runs a home game that's not rigged and it's just fun. And he's a member at an expensive country club, and they play 5-5 and they only play casino games. Or they play that game at the country club twice a week, but non-members can come to play in the poker game if they're invited by a member. Like, you're going to have to do a little networking if you want to get into one of these like games that still plays the way that poker played before every fucking Asperger dipshit on the planet thought it was their new cubicle job.
Mm-hmm.
So, I could tell you right now, if I wanted to be in a good home game, I could work that out in 30 days. I could work out being in a great home game. Not a private game, a home game, a real home game. And I would do it through the golf course, because all golfers play in poker games, and most of them play in real home games amongst quote unquote friends.
No, 100%. Yeah. No, they're honorable. They got money, right? They got some sport to them. Of
Yeah.
course. They like drinking. They like having fun.
So that's how you find a friendly home game to be in.
Yeah. No, I'm not really even looking for that, to be honest with you. Kind of just over gambling. But I like listening to your stories. I like listening to your takes. You know, they're pretty interesting, pretty fun. And there's also a good psychology element that you also go over in terms of just, you know, just like street smarts. Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people like listening to you, right? Because even though the thing you say is like you're so obvious, but I think there's a reason that you have such a good following is because you just say things in a way that kind of just it's whatever you think of common logic. Like, why didn't I think about it like that? So.
Everything's super fucking obvious until you're hogtied.
Yeah, right. Hey, wait. I got another question for you.
Okay.
How old are you? Like, you're in your 50s or no?
Yeah, I'm like 55.
How the fuck do you still have all your hair? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm missing some things, but the hair's stuck around.
Well, what's the secret? What did you do? Did your dad have good genetics? What's going on with this? And also a separate question: if you were to suddenly lose like an aggressive amount of your hair, you have to admit that'd be terrible, the worst day of your life, correct?
No, I wouldn't care or notice. Wouldn't care. Wouldn't make no difference to me. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you something. I have not. Well, it's not a secret. I probably might have said it before. I have not had a haircut in over a decade. Okay? My hair just is sort of like pubes. It just sort of stays like this, you know? Like you don't gotta fucking cut your pubes so they grow down to your knees. My hair just sort of stays like this. I don't do anything to it. I don't use fucking shampoo. I don't use conditioner. I use a fucking bar of soap. A fucking $1 bar of soap. I rub it on my head maybe once a week. I don't give a shit about my fucking hair. And this is how it comes out of my head. This is just the way it looks. This is just it, you know? And if one day it wasn't there anymore, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm kidding myself, but I don't think I would fucking even notice. I would just be like, whatever. There was hair there. Now there isn't. I can get rid of the bar of soap.
No, and I think that's a really good point of view to have. But I'm just actually curious. I mean, for someone just like who like cares about finances, this and that, money, acquiring knowledge, it's just like it's very odd and baffling that not even once you'd be like, you know what, let's just go to the barber and just trim it up and let's just try to maximize the aesthetic here. Not even once you got that thought.
Never. It never. Actually, the thought of that puts me in a cold sweat. I gotta fucking go. I gotta go to a fucking barber. I gotta fucking park the car. I gotta sit in this fucking dirty ass fucking chair where there's all sorts of other little fucking hairs all over from some other fucking creepo. I gotta have this guy this fucking dipshit rubbing my head. I mean, he's gonna ask me fucking questions about my life. If I tell him the truth, then I'm gonna fucking be sitting there talking like, "What's the biggest pot you ever won?" I'm not. Hey, is that movie Rounders? Is that real? Like, I don't want it. I'm not interested. I'm like fucking. In that way, I'm like Larry David. I do not want any fucking stop and chat. Like the bane of my existence is stop and chat. This show is the only chatting I do for the entire week. I do 2 hours of chatting, and other than that, I'm basically a monk.
No, this is just pretty interesting. Like I said, just like, you're dressing like all these nice polos. You're always going to like nice resorts, golf courses. And never once did it ever cross your mind just, let's just freshen up, tidy up. Just never, never an issue because money talks, huh?
Never has occurred to me once in over a decade. Not even occurred to me. So yeah, that's that.
Well, you pull it off well. But anyways, yeah, that was a fun question. I'm glad you dove into that. Anyway, yeah, enjoy the show. Take care, Limon.
Thanks, brother. Talk to you next week. 703, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, Lyman, Lionel Hutz here.
Whoa! The world famous Lionel Hutz, crusher of machines. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm here in Vegas on a work trip. Was in Black Hawk the other day, just doing some comps hustling, playing some machines. But yes, these poker players coming to slots are going to get us all killed because all they do is flash cash.
Oh.
They're putting it on machines. Reno dealer 775 does it too.
Oh no!
Why are they flashing this? Why? And he's talking on on video saying I'm up 20 grand on this play.
Well,
I'm like, I go into the bathroom, lock the stall if I need to count money. That's what you do.
Yeah, well,
everyone stop flashing cash.
Yeah, one time when 775 was on the show, he said he brought 10,000 to the casino. I was like saying, like, do you think that's safe? I even talked to him about it. I'm like, Isn't that sort of crazy? He's like, oh, I watch myself or whatever. I have a safe. I put in the safe or something. But I mean, that shit, man, you got to be fucking careful because people literally get killed at 7-Elevens. Robbing a 7-Eleven. There are fucking people getting killed. Somebody will get killed in the United States tonight in a convenience store robbery. In that convenience store robbery, they're going to be lucky to get $200. What do you think that they're going to fucking do to you for $10,000 fucking dollars? You got to be careful, man. You got to have your head on a swivel.
I was followed out of a casino by a trailer park blonde girl and her jerk husband. They came up to my car. The guy's on the passenger side creeping. I can see him in the window in my mirror, and she's knocking on the door like, showing off. Oh. And I just sped off.
Yeah.
$1,500 hand pay that they saw.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I've been followed, but the problem with slots is that, poker, there's boxes and, you said that all. Yeah. We do need a lot of physical cash to do what we do.
Right.
So it is an occupational hazard because if you go broke on a play and you don't have the physical cash and the ATM fees and you have, 5 credit union bank accounts to have so they don't cut off your debit and for other reasons. But it's like that is bad. So we do need the cash. But we have to hide it better. Everyone has to hide it.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a couple questions. First off, when you're, because I mean, this is going to be a stupid question, but I'm a stupid guy when it comes to this. When you're playing a slot machine and then you hit the cash out button, it gives you a ticket, right?
Yes.
Now, if you just carried a bunch of tickets around, wouldn't that be safer?
Yeah, so a lot of us will go to you're at a good casino in the middle of nowhere, you'll go and make some tickets.
Yeah.
So you don't have to flash cash.
Yeah.
In the middle of the slot floor.
Right.
Because there's $100 spin plays in the middle of the floor with, a guy in a Margaritaville shirt or something drinking.
Yeah. So it would be, the safest way to do it would be, you get into town with your 10,000. If you're going to hang out there, you keep the fucking cash in tickets, so that way you can't get robbed. Even if you have a whole pocket full of tickets, they can't rob the tickets because then they got to go back to the casino. They're going to be on camera, number one. Number two, you can take your tickets to the cage and cash them out at an odd time. So you don't have to cash, you should never cash your tickets out after you've taken a big hand pay or something when everybody's eyes are on you. You should drive back to the casino on a Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. and cash out your tickets, and nobody will be watching you at the cage.
Ideally, yes, but then, we're driving 2, 4, 10 hours away. We have to cash out at some point. Right. We may not be back there for a while. And that's what happened to me. And I was definitely followed a couple times until they realized, oh, this asshole is driving, he's going across state lines, and they back off.
Well, let me ask you another question. If you're a high roller, or even a medium roller, depending on how poor the casino is, and you play table games, you can have a credit line, and then they give you chips. You never handle cash. They give you chips. You catch the chips, go back to your credit line. There's no cash changes hands. Can you get a credit line for slots, or is that putting yourself too much on the radar of the casino, or is it better to be on the radar of the casino because then they're going to give you more comps?
Oh, I know people that do that. I think some of us that are playing in places that don't like us and we're trying to stay undercover, we don't want to do that.
Right.
But yeah, you can do that. And I think it's right now, you're probably better off taking CTRs if you're a slot player,
right?
And keeping a bunch of W2G forms on you in case, I don't know, civil forfeiture or just to record the money.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you get pulled over in Biloxi, Mississippi, or something, you might have been not getting cased by a regular criminal. You might have been getting cased by the police because they'll just take all your fucking money and say, good luck getting it back.
Yes, and Reno Dealer said on YouTube he's in New Mexico now at Sandia.
Oh, Sandia.
I'm like, you got meth heads and
right.
You got cops, you got all sorts of stuff.
Well, I hope that he is...
Bad news.
I hope that he's using the utmost precautions because it's all fun and games until you're fucking hogtied. Now
he actually has money on unlike some of these tournament guys.
Right.
He's on, whatever, a 400K upswing.
Now
he'll be okay.
He when he called into the show a couple weeks ago, he gave you a bunch of credit for giving him a new play, that red, white, and blue or something like this.
Oh yeah, Powerball Superbank. I saw the video. Yeah, I'm happy he made a bunch of money. He hit something line, and I've never even hit on that game before. Wow, he runs so good. It was like a special bonus. I'm like, holy crap.
You
must be nice.
You gave him the big play, and then he took it for all the money.
I'm glad we don't have that by me. I also have another play for people if they want it.
Sure, give out the play.
So Reno Dealer was playing this incorrectly.
Okay.
It's Rich Little Sheep, and there's an Al Capone skin, and then there's another one. I know, we can all laugh at it. Rich Little Sheep.
Rich Little Sheep. All right.
There's one play. They're taking this out, so if you have it, it's not around me anymore.
Right.
It's in Vegas. It's around. The play is on the farthest right sheep.
Right.
It goes from 1 to 5.
Okay.
1 to 5. This is the same maker of Bingo Bango Bongo.
Right.
Play the 5. It caps at 5. That's it. Don't look at anything else. Don't play the 4. Don't play the 3. Don't play the free games. 5.
Just play the 5 on
sheep.
Rich Little Sheep.
Yes. Reno Dealer was playing like a 3 for $15 a spin.
Oh, see, he must be running hot. He's doing crazy shit.
Yeah, and if you do that in New Mexico with that lower RTP, that's gonna sting.
Right. Hey, let me ask you a question. What do you know about, or what do you think about these guys that did the 100 player cards in Atlantic City or whatever, and got picked up by the police? What do you think about that?
That's the biggest thing now, because it's just like these legal sports books. These whale like free play offers and like promo offers are just insane.
Right.
I've seen and heard of a few. They're so juicy that, I mean, the mob's in it now.
Yeah.
You've heard slot teams are everywhere trying to do this. Like, it's because they'll give a dummy big offers, and then if Grimstar's playing at Turning Stone slots, they're going to give him a promo offer that you can't make money on.
Right.
But if there's some whale, it's like it could be 5-10 grand in free money, times that by 5 cards in an hour. That's a big hit. And they backroom people for this.
Well, you're an attorney and an advantage player. Do you have any? If Grimstar was caught up in this, do you have any advice for him? Should he get an attorney if he had given over one of these players' cards to the La Costa Nostra?
I'm not an attorney. I just like The Simpsons.
Oh.
I'm a writer, but from what I've heard is that the casinos are basically trying to ban multi-carding, and not just from the casinos and not just 86U. They want to take you to court, and they want not civil, they want criminal charges against you, even if the person says, not your wife, but even if your friend. Some of these slot teams have affidavits that say this person is letting me use his card to have fun gambling.
Yes.
And they're like, no, we want these guys in cuffs.
But
after we slap the shit out of them.
But what's the actual crime?
There is no crime.
Yeah, there's no crime.
They're trying to basically have the government work for them.
Right. It's just a violation of their terms of service, but there's no crime on the books for using somebody else's player's card.
They're trying to make it like financial fraud or identity theft.
Oh, God. Give me a break.
Many casinos are. But it's their fault for giving out these insane offers. Like, if you saw 10 grand on the ground, you're going to go get 5 whale cards and go pick it up.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah.
It's their own fault.
Well, you know, the casinos, they like to have their cake and eat it too. We saw that most clearly when they sued fucking Phil Ivey and got all their money back. They just free rolled his ass. So yeah, it's hard to beat the casinos.
Well, he saw those the purple Gemicos or whatever they are. He can't help himself.
Yeah.
Like some of these guys can't help themselves. It's like I can't fault them for that.
Well, I mean, no, you can't fault him, but like here's what I would think if I was Phil Ivey or me or if I was anybody. If I went to the casino, like if I went down to the Commerce and I said, hey, you know, I want to play Mississippi Stud or for high stakes or whatever, but you guys got to use these decks, right? As soon as they said yes, I would know I was never getting out of there with $1. Because it's just too insane. They have to be free rolling you in some way. Why the fuck? They would never let somebody walk in off the street with their own decks if there was a snowball's chance in hell they were going to fucking give you the money.
And you have an Asian lady with you with opera glasses?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. If you lose, and then they're taking the money if you win.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yeah, they just free rolled his ass. They're like, here's what they said to themselves. They said, if he fucking runs cold, because they have somebody there who understands the way edge sorting works. It's not a new thing. They said, if Sunny and the lady's name was Sunny, and she had already been in trouble all over Asia for this shit. They said, if Sunny and Phil come in and they fucking drop $1 million, we'll just cut them off. And if they win $1 million, we just won't pay. And we'll sue them and say we're keeping the $1 million because they cheated. It had to just be a free roll.
The funniest story is a prominent 2+2 high stakes guy from years ago who liked to do a lot of Xanax. He went to Cyprus to do this.
Right.
And obviously he stuck out like a sore thumb. Like you're going to Cyprus, and talking about it on forums.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna. It's just like, and the Cyprus people probably didn't even know.
Right.
They might have been dumb enough to know. But then you're a white guy.
Right.
White guy taller than half the population playing baccarat for 15 hours a day.
Right. Yeah. You have to have like a serious backstory and you have to set up a whole fucking identity and everything else. If you just pop in there out of nowhere, they're going to figure out very quickly how to free roll your ass.
Yes.
So, anything else, Lionel?
I knew Grimstar and Noodles had been smoking dust. Everyone stopped taking dirt weed and putting dust on it. It's such an upstate New York thing. Guys, stop. And then when you're on the dust, you want to hit people.
Right.
That's where all these...
It's a Yonkers thing. It's really a Yonkers thing.
Yes.
That's Grimstar.
Stop doing that.
So
Grimstar has forgot about more girls because of dust than he's had. There was that girl on 2+2, the Blasian girl, that everyone was drooling over 18 years ago. Don't ask me how I remember this.
Do you remember this girl, Grimstar?
Was it Christina?
She was
I think it was Christina, and she was really hot.
Yes, she was, Grim. You fumbled that one.
I did. I wonder if I can find her.
She posted on 2+2. She liked you so much she posted on 2+2. Stop smoking dust.
I think you can find her, Grim, but I think she's probably at least 50 now.
No, she's like my age exactly, probably, which isn't too far from 50. Matter of fact, Friday is my birthday.
If Grim goes back and tries to find the girls that liked him when he was a baller back in 2004 or whatever, it's going to be like that movie Victory, where they fucking went to the fucking concentration, where fucking Sylvester Stallone went to the concentration camps to try and find the soccer team, and they were all emaciated and half dead. That's like Grim trying to go find the girls that liked him back when he was playing 300, 600.
500, 1,000.
Whatever.
Some of these women are going to age well.
That's true.
Some of them have aged well. I'm going to bet on that. But yes, that's exactly it.
Grim.
But now start fresh. No dust. Remember the girls.
No dust, Grim, and try to go find that girl and give us a trip report.
Yeah, if you guys find her, let me know. Send her my
How the
way.
fuck are we gonna find her? She liked you, not us. Not to
I don't know.
not.
I already gotta find her.
Wait. Also,
He's
Grims.
7 feet tall. There's going to be another girl. There's going to be another girl.
No.
There's always another one. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
No, Grimstar has been fucking this shit up so bad. There was just the fucking hot dog eating contest, and Grimstar is like a fucking a ringer spinning image of fucking Joey Chestnut. And I told him to take his fucking ogre Joey Chestnut ass down to Coney Island and pick up some fucking chicks, and he completely fucked it up. He started fucking bothering Joey Chestnut groupies on Instagram, and they reported him, and he fucking got his chat banned. Grimstar was just like going into Joey Chestnut's like follows and finding girls that like Joey Chestnut, which was smart, which is what I told him to do because he looks like Joey Chestnut. But then he was messaging with them and just saying like, "Hey, you want to like do something? You could do a lot worse than me," or whatever. He was just like being like super fucking creepy, and so they all reported him.
I didn't say that word for word.
It was based.
It was more like.
What did you say?
She said, Joey Chestnut is my celebrity crush. I said, hi. She goes, you're not Joey. I said, close enough.
Close enough.
He's taller than Joey. He could eat Joey.
But Grimstar, you're supposed to have like be chill a little. You're supposed to be like, no, I'm not Joey. I just love Joey too, and I love fucking hot dogs. And then you send her a fucking picture of you with a fucking hot dog next to your face, and she starts fucking creaming her pants.
All right, I'll give you a triple for when I do that.
Okay, you try, and then they're fucking one time a year, you could go down to fucking Coney Island and hang out with a fucking Nathan's hot dog jersey on, and anybody who thinks Joey Chestnut is cute, and everybody on the planet who thinks Joey Chestnut's cute is going to think that you're cute. And they're just going to be coming up to you because they're going to be like, oh, after they've had a fucking, like 10 fucking beers or whatever on the pier, they're going to be like, this fucking guy looks enough like Joey Chestnut. Let me give him a little blowy. I told you to just have a hot dog in your hand at all times.
That's too good. A hot dog in your pants, you just happy to see me.
Okay. Grimstar, you, like, if there was like a fucking Sammy Hagar lookalike convention and I was single, you know where I would be every year? At the fucking Sammy Hagar convention. Picking up Sammy Hagar's fucking like tossed off fucking groupies. I would be knee deep in 55-year-old women in Cabo Wabo fucking tank tops. You gotta know how to work these things. All right.
Okay, work the angles.
All right. Anyway, thanks.
Do it, Grimstar.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Limon. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, Lionel. Anything else, Grimstar?
I'd like to go on the record and say that this Jared fucking hog tie shit, it's a Trump shakedown.
It's a shakedown. All right. Well, that's the
Trump shakedown. Trump's behind it.
The Pokersesh audience, I think, is about 4-1, 4-2 now shakedown. So, who knows? Until next week, guys, it's been Pokersesh. Let's have a fucking war. There's too many of us, there's too many of us. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Noodles, Locution, Grimstar, Mitch, Jonathan. Thank you for calling in Jake/Andrew. Of course, Lionel Hutz. Everybody else. 408-352. 310. Be careful. don't get hogtied out there. Bob Gutierrez says, take my call now. I can't take your call. I already logged out of the phone system. B G Gutierrez. There's too many of us. There's too many of us. There's too many. There's too many of us. There's too many of us. There's too many. I'll take your call next week, 6 p.m. sharp. Until then.